What's going on, everybody? Wild Time here, and it is time for World of Warcraft. Today, we're just going to look at some of the stuff that I sold last week. Crafting, transmog, farming, different kind of things. And I'm just going to go through with you on my characters, what I sold and how much gold, how much profit we made, and just talk about gold making in Warcraft. So let's start with Ham Sandwich. Ham Sandwich is my main. He's the one I got KSM on, and I've done a lot of PvE content with originally in Shadowlands and in 9.2. He's Alchemy and Inscription. So when you look at, like, if you Google best, gold making professions, a lot of times you're going to come up with Alchemy and Inscription. And Inscription. So while you can make money with Alchemy and Inscription, it very much depends on your realm. Alchemy, for example, you have to sell a lot and cancel scan a lot. So, like, if you look at all this current content stuff, I mean, you're losing gold on most of this stuff, right? Or you're making 3 gold or something ridiculous. So it actually is better at the beginning of expansions when people are raiding and stuff like that. But there's still a few things in here that you can make gold on, right? Like Shadestone. We're going to make like 1,000 gold on a Shadestone. You can only craft those once a day, so I just log in, craft that, put that up there. Glyphs and old flasks, actually, you can do pretty well on, because some of these old battle potions and old flasks actually scale better in the Mage Tower, right? So certain expansions, flasks scale better in the Mage Tower than others, and so that's like where this stuff is going to come in at, and people are really going to pay for those, and you can make some gold. But it is a lot of work, and you got to be up on it a long time. And then in Inscription, like I said, the glyphs or the codexes and stuff like that, you can make some gold on. So you can make gold on it, but it's not my favorite. So let's look here. Actually, there's some expired stuff. Let's go ahead and pull that. Let's go ahead and post that real quick, actually, before I forget. So we're gonna post this. We're gonna go here. We're just gonna leave these at 395, and we're gonna make about 252 on each one for 24 hours. Just put up these spires here. These stabs, these inscription stabs, 165 gold on that one. The other one we're making a little bit more on. Alright, now let's get back to it. So we didn't do a lot with this guy this week. I actually didn't do a lot with anybody this week, honestly. So let's just look and see what we got. Anything stands out. Shadestones, like I was saying, sell pretty well. We sold 2 of them for 2,800 gold. That's pretty good. That's like 1,400 a piece. So making good gold on that. Soulkeeper Spire, that's the inscription staff. We probably made 500-600 gold on that. This Shadestone sold for a lot less, 800. That's like 700 less than what he sold for up here, but still made some gold. Fell Revel Mask, 712, make about 500 on that. Some more Shadestones, again selling for like 800 instead of the 1400. Vantis Runes, sold a couple of those for the new raid. Missives. So missives, they were really good a while ago. Now with everything calming down, they're not selling as much. And I haven't put a lot of time into crafting them. I'll craft like 20 at a time and post them and make some gold on them, but it just hasn't been what's fun for me recently on this guy doing those, so I've been doing other stuff. Shadestones, again, sold these for 1,000 or so. Right here, another Shadestone, 1,100. Abyssal Eel. This is bought from Kultiran. It is a pet you buy with pet charms. So I've been getting pet charms from the mission tables and then putting them into different pets. And so far, I've gotten like 6 or 7 different pets, and the Abyssal Eel is the only one that's sold this week. But I think I've sold like 4 or 5 of them this week. So that's good. I've got a note down here to make a video about that, how to do that, because they do sell pretty good. Spectral Lupine, this went down a lot in price, the glyph, but still make gold on it. Check this out. This Fey Revel Mask sold for 1,800 gold. This one sold for 700. 700 is about the normal price. I'm surprised it sold for 1,800. Endless Tincture sold for 950. Make about 700 or 800 gold on that. And then just some other little random stuff here. We're starting at 227,736 today. So this is 23,000 gold. Let's go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to make a note to make another Endless Tincture. I'll probably just make quite a few of them actually, because I always forget to make them. So we're going to make one of those. Alright, and now we are at a little bit more, 2,250,000. Alright, let's go on to our next guy. Okay, Deadly Wedgie. He's sort of become my second main here that I'm pushing KSM on, and I do run Mythic Plus on this channel as well. I haven't been pushing a lot of Mythic Plus though, but just casually playing. He's at 2185, so we're getting there. I do know a lot more about Demon Hunter now. So anyway, that's not what we're here for today. Let's go ahead and check out the mailbox. Leatherworking and skinning. So leatherworking has not been good to me this expansion. You can make gold on it, like these Desolate Scale vests. I'll probably make about 200 something gold on these. I think they cost like 60 gold to make, so we're making like 240 gold on those. Same with these, we're making 200 gold. So a lot of little 200, 300 gold pieces. The 233s and the 262s I lose money on almost every time. It's ridiculous. I don't know why, for the life of me, people are crafting things and then selling them at a loss. But a lot of people are doing that. But skinning is always good, depending on what you get. Here's an example though. I boosted this up to a 7 so that I could make the 291s. I have not gotten into the legendary scene, but with the changes I figured I'll give it a try. The plate waist guard has done okay, but I'm still spending like 13,000 to make it and only making 2,000. To me, there's better ways to make gold. This one here, I've got it's selling for 11,000, and it's saying that we're making 1,399. So 9,900 gold spent to make 1,400. So that's, you know, it's low profit there. Let's look and see if there's anything exciting here. Just a bunch of small stuff. Prismatic scale. This is from farming exotic leather in Pandaria. So the exotic leather is 3 gold 26 cents, which sells fast and for more gold than the current content leather. And as you're skinning, you got a chance to get these prismatic scales, which are like 18 to 30 gold a piece on my server. Just more desolate stuff. Here's some legendary things like Bone Shatter Waist Guard, sold for 1,425 gold. Huge loss on that. That was just part of what I was doing to get up to the rank 4. Shadebound Treads. This one was probably pretty good. I think I probably made about 2,000 to 3,000 on this. This was either a 233 or 262, so some of them do sell. So that was good. All these other ones are just the desolate stuff. Stonehide Leather Barding. This is a little disappointing. I probably made about 100 gold on this for 237 gold, but they were selling for a lot more. So let's actually see. Yeah, so look at this. Stonehide Leather Barding. This one sold for 237 gold. Stonehide Leather Barding. This one sold for 1,186 gold. And again, Leather Barding, 1,186 gold. So these things are selling for 1,000 gold or more, but for some reason a bunch of people decided to put them up for like 200 something gold, and I just followed suit because they're making a little bit of profit. Not really worth holding on to it. I mean, it's just a game. It's all fake gold anyway, right? It's not really an investment loss. I'm making a little bit, but I can always just make a little bit on those and just wait until the market comes back up. Yes, it depends on how you look at it. Am I part of the problem when I'm matching that low cost, or am I just getting my little bit and moving on? All right, Dredged Leather, still a good farm. I mean, they're selling for like 30 to 40 gold a piece. So you can see here 13 of them for 450 gold. You farm those in Nazjatar. Let's see what else we got. Heavy Desolate Armor Kit. Probably made about 30-40 gold each on these. 4,000 in that. Comfortable riders barding. Make about 100 gold on those. Some desolate leather. Accidentally sold that. And let's see. That is about it. All this other stuff is just stuff I'm selling off from mission tables. Fish and meat and stuff like that. Let's see. Composite bow. Shadow scale arm guards. Probably making about 300 or more gold on that, which is pretty good for the cost. I mean, you're spending 60 or 80 gold and then getting back 500 plus. Anyway, altogether 38,000. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. We're now at 2,292,000, so we're getting back to where we started last week. Let's go to our next tune. Okay, Beard of War. My warrior, and he is blacksmithing and engineering. This has been the two professions that I've probably made the most gold on in Shadowlands so far. It seems like the plate armor does a lot better than any other armor, more than the cloth, more than the leather, especially on my server. That may not be true on your server, but it is on mine. So let's check it out. Let's see. Open this up.
Ancient to trade? Needs to be at least
Okay.
2 centuries.
Clicking the wrong button. Alright, there we go. Alright, so as you can see, 139,000 gold on this guy, so it's more than anybody else. I did do a big crafting session with this guy, though, as well, so that's probably why. Here's some interesting items here. Crafted Dreadful Gladiator stuff. Now, this is good because people are getting it for the Mage Tower. Which, by the way, I just completed the Mage Tower today on my Fury Warrior, and people are like, oh, it's the easiest. It's basically like a free one. It's not, right? Like, it is if you have all the stuff that they have, like the Seed Pod, Trinket, and all this other stuff. I did it with the gear that I have on here. But you can see this is the Crafted Dreadful stuff that I'm selling, right? And it's got the gems in it, which is really what people are wanting for it, the gems and the stats. So that's why people are buying it, because when you go into the Mage Tower and you bang your head against the keyboard 50, 100, 200 times, you start to think maybe I should try to optimize a little bit. So I probably spent about 30,000 gold or so. Maybe not, that's probably an exaggeration, but the flasks and the food and stuff like that are more costly than I wanted. Luckily, I was able to make my own sharpening stones and craft my own dreadful gear, because if not, I would have had to farm some things. Or look at this, look how much these crafted dreadfuls are going for. Crafted Dreadful Gladiators Dreadplate Helm, 4,000 gold. Now this probably cost me a couple hundred gold to make, so that's a big money maker there. Shadowghast Waist Guard, 285. Probably lost over 1,000 on that. I just used that. Sold that off. That was something I made getting my way to rank 4 belt. Steelbound Harness, 24k. This is the last one that I sold. Remember, I bought like 10 of them for 25,000 and tried to sell them for more. I did sell a couple for more, but this is the last one. So I got rid of that and got some of my money back. These are a good mount. I actually made a video about it to make if you have 50 Blood of Sargeras, because it's going to make you about 20k gold. Ceremonious Pauldrons, just a bunch of stuff I'm making, 100, 200 gold on. Shadowghast, lost on these, but, at least I got recouped some of the money from getting to rank 4. The legendary Abyssal Eel, here's another one. That Abyssal Eel we sold on Ham Sandwich went for like 2,000 something. This one actually sold for 3,700, so that's really good. Wormhole generators, almost 2,000 each, making about 1,500 or so on those. Ceremonious Sabatons, these are crazy. We're making like almost 600 gold on these Ceremonious Sabatons. That's insane. So that's good though. Shadow Ghost Ingot, sold that on accident. Swap Blaster, making about 1,800 gold on that. Made a video about that as well. If you want to check that out, it's in the Making Gold with Engineering. Ceremonies pauldrons, shadow steel gauntlets. These are probably 233s. Flying machine. Probably made 1,000 on that. That's an old school mount. I want to say only engineers can fly it, but that may not be true, so don't quote me on that. Let's see, anything else stick out here? More shadow steel gauntlets for 2,600. Shadow steel greaves for 735. Another steel-bound harness. Shadow guest waistguard. Okay, so here's a rank 7 that I crafted legendary, and it cost me about 14,000 to make, and it sold for 19,000. So I made about 5,000 on that, which was nice. I would do that. That's pretty good to get that kind of return. Shadow steel arm guards for 4,000. Shadow guest waistguard for 6,650. That was, I don't know what rank that was, or if I made any gold off of it. A wormhole generator, 1,800. Arboreal shard sold 40. So all the haters out there, posted this, paid 4,000 for it, got 1,100 gold back. Made a video about it. Everybody's hating on it. Not everybody. Some people, you know, they get it. But there's been a few people that are like, oh, the auction house. Yes, you're correct. You can't just buy these and resell them and just print gold. But you can buy these arboreal shards in like stacks of 40 if you have the rep for like 4,000. So 100 gold each. And then resell them. And for me, they sell for like 125 on my realm in the auction house, which is what they are if you don't have the rep. So I make about 1,000 gold on each one. If I have to list them if I have to relist them like 3 times, then I start getting into okay, we're losing profit, and at that point I'll just funnel them into a legendary. And that's it. 140,000 gold. Let's go ahead and open it. So this all takes time, right? Like when you have multiple alts, it takes time to craft stuff, to find out what it is, and there's so much, right? There's so many expansions, there's so many recipes you can farm, there's so much stuff that you can go out there and get and make gold with. Sort of my goal with all of my characters is to get like every pattern from every expansion on every profession, right? And I'm closer to that on some characters than others. Just sort of a goal of mine. Alright, and then let's get out of that. Okay, and I do want to talk about this here, this Zilly-Dwag. So to make this mount, you have to have a pattern that's farmed, and I think it drops from Mechagon, yeah. So I believe so. So you have to have an engineering profession and the pattern for that to make an item. Then you have to have the blacksmithing profession, make a item for that, and then you have to take those 2 items and put them together. And it's from the, I think it's from the mother load, actually. I think these are from, the patterns are from the mother load. You can Google it, look it up. I believe it's the mother load because I farmed it like forever, but maybe that was another pattern. I don't remember. One of those things from BFA. Anyway, I have both of them. Took me a while to farm them. Got them, and now I can make this. So the problem though is people are so goofy on the market. Like they cost like 3,000 gold each to make. So you're looking at like 6,000 to 7,000 gold to make them, and then people are selling them for 10.99. So the problem is with that is they were selling for 24,000. The historical price is 24,000. And then somebody put it up there for 13,000, and people kept undercutting, and now that's what it's selling for. So I think I may just actually, let's just learn this right now. There we go. Because I've sold a bunch of them, but I've never learned it. Now I have it. I can add it to my mount collection. Woohoo! All right, let's check out our next tune. Okay, Deadly Kura. He is our Enchanting and Tailoring. Now, tailoring hasn't been too great to me this expansion, but Enchanting has. Current enchants sell pretty good, but the older enchants, especially like the Mark of the Claw, Mark of the Hidden Satire, stuff like that, that people are using for the Mage Tower are doing really well. I mean, I'm making like 3,000 or 4,000 gold on each one. And they're selling pretty quick, which after doing the Mage Tower in a couple tunes, I don't blame him. I get the Hidden Satire as well. It does a little bit of extra damage there. So let's look what we have in the mail here. 17,000. This is the guy I probably play the least on. I've just been logging in, crafting every once in a while, and doing the mission tables. But we can see these Shadowlace foot wraps, 826. Probably made about 600-700 gold on this. Deep Sea Satin, I'm just selling these off. I had a bunch of them left over. There's really not much to do with them now. Light Step hoof plates. So let's look this up actually. So these right here sold for 983 gold, and I think we're making like 600 or 700 gold on them because I can actually craft the mono hardened hoof plates and then just add some of the other things to them and then make them. So probably get into crafting those a little bit more. Enchant ring, light stuff, hook plates, Shadowlace foot wraps. These were probably 233s. Probably made about 1,000 on those or so. Force multiplier, nice, 1,210 gold. These other ones are just things that I'm getting, like little mats and stuff from the mission table. Shrouded, probably made a couple hundred gold on that. So as you can see, not a lot here on this guy. Some more Deep Sea Satin, and let's go ahead and open it up. So only 17k. But let's actually see. Let's check. How do you get out of this place? All right. So let's check and see actually if we have anything that recently sold, because I posted this morning.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Auctions. Yeah. So we got a Shadowlace hand wrap that actually sold, and if you look here, 89 gold, and we sold for 518. So we're making 428 gold on it. So that's pretty good, right? And a 90 gold investment and getting back like 400 gold. That's awesome. So sold one of those. We're over where we were last time, so we're 2.4 million. Let's go to our final tune here. See what he's got for the week. All right, here's my bank tune. Bank sandwich. He's a Pandaren DK. Well, I do have two other tunes as well. Money Buns, who was my old bank alt. I just have to delete him still. And then Ham and Swiss, who's my mage, who I brought over just to craft jards, peculiar energy source, and living steel. And I've got about 6k on that character. The funny thing about this realm, though, is that the living steel, it's almost cheaper a lot of the times just to flat out buy it than it is to craft it from Trillium. Again, don't have any idea why people are crafting and selling at a loss, but they do. Let's check the bank. Some contracts. Check this out. Highborn Compendium of Storms. This probably cost me 1,000 to make, and sold it for 9,286 gold. This is a old, is it BFA? Yeah, BFA inscription trinket. So I actually made this with my inscriptionist, and I've sold, I think, about 3 of these over the past like month. So they're not flying off, but every time you sell them, you're making 8k gold. It's totally worth keeping them up there. Actually, I'm gonna make a note to make this as well, because I want to get another one up there. They take maroon ink, and every once in a while people post the maroon ink for something ridiculous, like 1,200 gold per ink or something. So you may have to go farm your own or wait till it comes down. Some glyphs. Again, another abyssal eel for 3,699. Hexweaver's Charm. This is a drop. I think I was doing this with a Stonehead leather farm. Yeah, and it just dropped, so it sold for 1,500. Laystone Pauldrons. I love selling Laystone because they cost me like maybe 200 gold to make, and you sell them for like over 1,000 easy. Some more of that Fey Revel Mask for 969, 969. Endless Tincture, another one for 950. Dark Animator's Belt, no idea. Probably a drop from somewhere that I sold. Fell Iron Greatsword, probably made close to like 1,400 on this. old blacksmithing pattern. It only takes like 12 fell steel bars. Another tincture. Okay, faceless followers, guys. I ran like 4 or 5 island expeditions for Transmog, and I didn't really get any. But I did have some seafarer doubloons, and I was able to buy 3 boxes. And out of those 3 boxes, I got like 3 pets, a mount, and some pretty cool Transmog. And this was one of them. The faceless followers, guys. It sold quick for 6,653 gold and didn't cost me anything. Here are leg plates, old blacksmithing craft. Cost a couple hundred gold to make. Sold it for 1,000. Thunder Totem Band of the Peerless. This is interesting because this is from the Stonehide Leather Farm as well. And it's crazy to me how the Legion Greens, just like the rings and stuff that drop, sell for that much gold. So 33,900 gold on this guy. Let's go ahead and open it up. And then I want to show you too, because I just sold some things on the auction house that haven't came through yet. So let's check that out. Oh, I got off the mouse. Let's mount up. Auctions. So if you look here, we're waiting on these to come in. Frost Tiger Blade, old blacksmithing plan. Video on that as well. Check out my playlists under the making gold with blacksmithing guide. Got a video on that. So this cost me maybe like 300 or 400 gold to make. Or I think depending on the mats, it may cost upwards of 1,000. We sold it for 9,000, so that's at least an $8,000 gold, not dollars. 8,000 gold profit right there. Same with this Phantom Blade. I'm not sure if this is under that playlist or not. I think it is, because you have to farm it in Stratholme. But once you get it, you can craft it over and over for like all the expansions, and people buy it, and it sells for over 9,000. This is Barnacled Hermit Crab, another one that I bought with pet charms. Hasn't sold yet though. And let's look at, actually, you know what, I want to look at, there is a, oh here, Duskhaven Top Hat. This is from the Island Expeditions as well. Real low sell rate, about 300 or 500k right now. Let's see, there's another one that I wanted to, maybe we're here. It was a sword, and I'm not seeing it. It sells for a lot of gold. This thing that I'm looking for that I can't find. Oh, here it is. The Plundered Blade of the Northern King. So look at this. This has a 0.24 region average daily sold and 0.08 regional sale rate, which is really good for Transmog. And this came from the Island Expedition box that I bought as well. 68,000 gold. So hoping to sell that bad boy. That would be sweet. Okay, let's take a look at everything now. TSM should have updated as we've done that. Yes, it did. So we ended last week with 2.315 million, so 2,315,000. And then we went down because we invested and all that kind of stuff. And then today, when we cleared our bank out, we shot up to 2,501,000. So that's it right there. Total gold spent was 55,000, and total profit from that was 194,000 gold profit this week. Average of 32,000 gold a day. Average daily spent 9,000. Total gold spent blah blah blah. Average day earned 41,000. So yeah, so top sale was 24,000, which I think was a steel bound harness. Yep, so that's it. So we made 194,000. That's typically how my weeks go. I typically make about 200,000 a week just crafting and doing mission tables, and then I'm not even going like as hard as I can, right? Because you could really play the auction house and double and triple that if you wanted to. I also have a jewel crafter. He's not leveled up all the way yet. He's level 58, but he's still making like 40,000 gold in a week just leveling and then putting stuff up randomly. He's on another server though. So yeah, we're at 2,500,000 gold. That's interesting. Let's just look at the month. So for the month, on this realm, across 7 characters, really across 5 because the 2 are just bank alts. Total profit 1 million. So made 1 million gold in the last month. And that's gonna get, if you're into WoW tokens, that's gonna get you at least here, I think, at least 4 WoW tokens with some left over. So pretty good gold. That's it. I just wanted to share that with you all. I post these every week, and if you're into that kind of thing, making gold, checking out what other people do to make gold, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I appreciate everybody watching, stopping by to check it out. Remember, it's just a game. Have fun, take it easy, and until next time, I'll catch you all later.